At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 2, Jordan Reaver. At guard, a 6'4" senior, number 5, Prescott Williams. At guard, a 6'4" sophomore, number 14, Aaron Lee. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 22, Tyler Vaughn. And the man in the middle, a 6'9" junior, number 55, Isaac Sievely. Your Dragons are coached by Chad Walthall. He's assisted by Justin Wick, Jordan Peterson, and student manager Jordan Cressup.
Our Matt Busquito Dragon victory tonight, Scott. Don't look ahead. I know Mankato's coming here tomorrow, but stay focused on business tonight, like he's not sitting to our left. Matt Bus is a smart choice for an affordable, innovative, and rider-focused experience. Visit mattbus.com for more information. We've shown a couple shots of the football team who are all decked out in white, sitting to our left. This is a fun atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know if they knew that it was a whiteout or that the Dragon men here were going to be wearing white tonight, so they tried to match them. A little whiteout, or it's just a way to stand out. Or I see this one guy's got a white robe, so maybe he just wanted to wear a robe so he convinced the rest of the guys, let's wear white tonight.
Mark Riggs, Doug Vadova, and Jeff Risk are our officials. The Dragons, like the football team, in their whites. Lean. Whistle on a foul. I used to keep an all NSIC names team, and Nooney Omat would be automatically on there.
Yeah, I think he's a freshman, so I'm guessing he wouldn't have made it last year or in the previous years, but yeah, he definitely would put him on there right away.
Sievely inbounds. The tower next to him, it just fell down, is 7'2" Josh Monroy out of Pierce, South Dakota, and here's a whistle on a foul. Isaac Sievely picks up his first.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Isaac looks like he got a hand on the ball and tipped it away, but maybe they saw a little push in there. Either way, I'm still surprised to see a 7'2" guy here in the NSIC. I didn't know when I'd see one like that.
Van Pelt, running one-hander won't go. There's Monroy grabbing the rebound. And veteran Northern Sun official Mark Riggs just whistled the Dragons for another foul. It's on Tyler Vaughn. So Monroy will head to the free throw line to shoot 2, a 56% free throw shooter. I know Asa Marai, whom we're going to see here tomorrow night,
he's a big
is
dude.
just under 7 feet. This will be Dragon basketball. Is just under 7 feet, but you're right. I don't remember a 7-footer in the league. 1-0, Concordia St. Paul on top. 45 seconds into the ball game. Lean. Concordia St. Paul on a man. Reaver defended by Keith Crockett. Inside, Sievely scores.
Nice finish by Isaac there. Yeah, he went in hard, not quite sure if he was going to try to have to use glass or try to dunk it there, but at least he was able to keep control of it enough to drop it in.
Crockett, defended by Lean. Now it's Therese Van Pelt. Crockett from 15, no. Vaughn the rebound on the left baseline. Vaughn into the lane. Reaver weighing his options. Lean for 3. Well, Crockett the rebound. 6'2" senior out of Duval High School in the nation's capital, just took it at Isaac Sievely strong and scores.
A good strong move right to the hoop. No hesitation right there.
Sievely was lucky he didn't pick up a second foul.
Yeah, that would not have been good for the Dragons.
Vaughn. Whistle on a foul. It's on the freshman, Sabaski.
Yeah, Sabaski, true freshman. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dragons maybe try to go after him a little bit, set up some plays for Tyler Vaughn, maybe see if they can get Sabaski out of position a little bit.
Reaver for three. No. Played 2¼ minutes, Scott, and I'm not accusing the Dragons of not putting forth the effort, but they just haven't gotten off to that start that we're accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, we used to seeing it come out usually in a hot streak no matter who they're playing against, and we haven't really seen that here right now.
Williams a steal.
This could do it.
He's going to have some fun with the rim. Dragons retake the lead.
Well, not that the crowd here needed too much to get excited since they're still early in the game, but that sure got things a little louder in here, and we'll see if this can fire up the Dragons a little bit.
Sabaski in front of the Dragon bench, and now Van Pelt, who's hearing it from the football team. Crockett. Nunio Mott with 13 on the play clock. Now Sabaski. Back to Mott for three. Now they're going to say he was on the line, so Nunio Mott settles for the long distance J. 5-4, Concordia St. Paul with the lead. Prescott. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. As here's one of your favorite plays in all of sports.
Oh, yeah, hey, I'm 5'10" on a good day. I can't get up like this, so any chance I can get a dunk right in front of us here too, I'll take it.
First-year head coach Joey James goes to his bench. He brings in Cole Olstad, a veteran, 6'4" junior out of Elgin, Minnesota. James played at the University of South Dakota, was an assistant for 11 years, interim head coach last year, where he went 12-18. Tyler Vaughn can't score. Then they didn't give him the head coaching job. So he got the job here at Concordia St. Paul. Olstad misses. Reaver clears. All 5 Bears back on D. Reaver goes right at the 7-footer and scores.
Nice take by Jordan. No, he just had to do a little dribble dance around the big 7-footer to get to the hoop.
Williams nearly came up with another steal. Some unfinished business on the women's side. Northern State did beat Minnesota State Mankato 85-80, so the Dragons remain 2 games clear of the pack, but still 2 games behind Northern State.
Yeah, and we were kind of going to expect that. Northern, after they're getting swept that one weekend, I think they probably were a little ticked off maybe in practice that week and have been playing pretty good lately.
Van Pelt. Up top, Crockett. The Washingtonian going at Sievely. Tipped away. Here comes Prescott again. Reaver for 3. No. Lean the offensive rebound. Yes.
Not only a heck of an effort to fight for that rebound, but just to go right back up with it by Aaron Lee and not giving the defense any chance to figure out maybe what's going on.
Van Pelt challenged Isaac Sievely, and fortunately for Concordia St. Paul, the ball got tipped out of bounds. Adam Pedersen, 6'7" senior out of Lakeville, Minnesota, into the ball game. Nunio Mott having a seat. Crockett to inbound for Concordia St. Paul. Shea Mantley, number 34, also in, 6'8" junior out of Eagan, Minnesota. Van Pelt gives it up, quiets the football team for a moment. Crockett, whistle, and
Then you get Prescott on a hold or a, yeah.
It's a whistle and a foul, and it takes us to our first media timeout. Just under 15 minutes remaining here in the first half. Dragons lead it early.
Courtyard by Marriott Fargo-Moorhead surrounds travelers with all kinds of conveniences that make business and pleasure travel easy. The 126-room hotel and conference center was beautifully renovated in 2011 and features 2 indoor pools, restaurant, lounge, full-service Starbucks, and a 24-hour exercise facility. Located just minutes from MSUM, Courtyard by Marriott is your home away from home when traveling to Moorhead. Reserve your room today at Marriott.com or call 218-284-1000.
Liddy here with another lesson. Should you really be doing that in the car?
My kids keep texting me questions, and I have to finish reading this for work.
Well, why don't you let Matt Plus do the driving? Then you could get your work done, and you could text legally. The kids can take it too.
I think I have everything under control.
Honey, there's bubble gum in your hair.
Maybe you have a point.
I tried to. Catch you later.
I've learned my lesson. Join me in taking the IGO Ego Challenge.
Update your pride at the MSU Moorhead bookstore. Get the hottest Dragon gear to show everyone your love for the Dragons. Go to bookstore.mnstate.edu or click on the Buy Dragon Gear button on the Dragons mobile app today. Dragons shooting 4 of 9 for 44%, 0 for 3 from long range. Jordan Reavers also had a couple good looks.
Yeah, and we mentioned earlier, maybe the Dragons not getting off to the hot start we're used to, but Concordia St. Paul does lead the conference in field goal percentage defense and in three-point field goal percentage defense. So they're a good defensive team. Both teams here are, because Concordia St. Paul is 2 in the conference. The Dragons are number 1.
Crockett the miss. Bingham fresh into the ball game along with Guidro Sangolo for the Dragons. 8-5, home team with the lead. Lean between the circles. Reaver frisked by Crockett. Vaughn open for 3. Yes.
There we go. And he gave a little point out, a little shout out point to the football team. See if that'll get them going.
Dragons on a 7-0 run. It was about this time in the first half of the women's game when they went on a 12-0 run to separate themselves. Here's Adam Pedersen. Up top, Cole Olstad. Inside Pedersen. No. Vaughn the rebound. He's got Reaver and Sangolo on the wings. It's Jordan for 3. Joey James has seen enough. A 10-0 Dragon run has him out to a 9-point lead.
Personal connections at MSU Moorhead.
I came to MSUM not knowing a single person, and now there's hundreds of people I could go to for anything. Professors, peers, mentors. Discover Dragon Pride at mnstate.edu.
Real-world experience at MSU Moorhead.
My professor works in the field that I'm interested in, and he was able to give me this job, give me the experience that I needed, and I already have a full-time job before I even graduate. Discover Dragon Pride at mnstate.edu.
Scott, how pretty is this?
Yeah, it's very pretty. And you know what, right away when I saw him do that, I was thinking back to the previous time when Prescott had that fast break kind of, and he flipped it right back to Jordan and he put it up and he missed, but we've seen him make it so many times, and in transition, sometimes that's a higher percentage shot as a Jordan Reaver 3 than it is somebody taking it down lane and trying to fight somebody for a bucket down low.
Jordan Reaver is now defending number 10. Little Canada, Minnesota native, David Stanley, a 5'9" junior. But Reaver just got whistled for a whack.
Well, after Jordan Reaver made that last 3, Coach James went right to his bench and picked Stanley off the bench. He hadn't even take off his warm-up because he wasn't going to be, didn't think he was going to get in for a little bit, and I think he said get in his grill. Let's get some man-to-man, in-your-face defense on Jordan Reaver.
Manley blows the layup. Bingham says thank you. Here comes Jordan Reaver with a 9-point lead. Vaughn pops out.
Kind of lost.
Vaughn saw me wide open,
yeah,
and I didn't go after the ball.
Steve, you're open.
I've been known to shoot before. I've been known to shoot and not D it up. Walthall would love me on his team.
He'd be riding at the end of the bench.
I'd be at the very end of the bench. I don't even know if I'd make the bench. Monroy inside, the 7-footer can't connect. Then the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Dragons. Stanley to trigger. Monroy, defended by Herb Bingham. Stanley for 3, no. Herb clears. Here comes Reaver. Songolo in the corner. Looks like his right foot gave out on him and he gets whistled for the traveling violation. Just second already for the Dragons.
Even on the opposite corner from where we were sitting, I could kind of see the shuffling of the feet there. Steve, when Monroy came out to start the game, he had a mask out over his face. I'm not sure if protect a broken nose from previous game or something, but after he went and sat down, and now he's back in, the mask is gone.
James Healy into the ball game. Monroy gives it up. Bingham cut him off. Olstad spinning, no. Songolo the D. Nooney Omad off balance, no. Nooney Omad again. Rejected underneath by Bingham. 30 on the play clock as it reset after the first Nooney Omad miss. Olstad for 3. Hits, whistle, and a foul. Who's this foul whistled on?
Sure, we got a ball down low against somebody, but it must be against the Dragons as they're staying down that side of the hoop.
There's the Bingham rejection. That 3 by Cole Olstad's going to count, and then they've got Aaron Lean
I think he got
pushing away, yeah.
I think it was on Monroy. They got him on pushing Monroy out of, when he's just trying to box him out.
He's 7 feet. I'd push him out too.
You got to do something. He just jumped right over you and reached his arms over to get that rebound.
This could be a 5 or 6 point possession. Omot, defended by Lean. Around Monroy. Hits again, but they're not going to count it. I think they got Monroy on an illegal screen.
Yep, just gave it right back to the Dragons. They're obviously pushing down low, and the officials are trying to take control of it a little bit here.
14-8, the Dragons lead it. Festive atmosphere here on a Friday night in Moorhead.
And Olstad is an interesting case. He, was their leading scorer 2 years ago, and then last year had to sit out with a medical red shirt, only being able to play 6 games. Well, he was awarded a medical red shirt. And didn't get the start tonight, but he's already hit a big 3.
Lean. Didn't see a lot of that last weekend.
No, looking at Aaron Lean, the stats of the last 5 games, he's just been struggling a little bit, not playing the way Aaron Lean has played before. And another off the ball foul.
I think they got Monroy again.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go take a seat.
2 in a row on the 7-footer.
Give him some credit. He's active on the offensive end, trying to set screens for anybody who can. But
he's setting screens. They're just illegal.
No, exactly what I was gonna say. 2 in a row now, where he's moving his feet. I think as he's still trying to set the screen.
Prescott Williams back in for the Dragons. Lean up top. Songolo looking for an open shot. Bingham not afraid to shoot. Bingham just got banged, but he's going to spin 2 home. Herb becomes the 6th different Dragon to score. 18-8, the Dragons enjoy their largest lead. Olstad creeps to the left baseline. Now fires for 3.
Yep.
2 in a row for Cole Olstad. 18-11. This Concordia St. Paul squad obviously has gotten better in a hurry.
Yeah, and I think it just is with confidence. They're winning games, and when you win 8 out of 9, you just have confidence and just shows up on the court.
Songolo, pretty move, couldn't get it to go. Olstad, now Nooney Omad, floating all the way in and scores. Athleticism.
That was pretty.
18-13,
right.
quick 5-0 run for Concordia. Lean. Stripped by Omot. Here comes Cole Olstad. It's a 3-on-3. Up top, Healy. All the way in. He challenged Prescott Williams, and James Healy Makes it a quick 7-0 run for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, nice run. They weren't wanting to let the Dragons keep pulling away and doing one of those typical Dragon fashions first half. Where they end up getting up by 15, 20 points. Good run by the Golden Bears.
Reaver. No. Manley the rebound. Here comes Olstad. Manley bobbled it, but it didn't go out of bounds. Manley has it again. Sprinting into the hole is Stanley. Chad Walthall knows the next whistle is the immediate timeout. Problem is, Concordia St. Paul's on a 9-0 run. Lean for three. No. Prescott the rebound. They loop to Erb. Cross court to Sangolo. No. Save. Reaver. Yes!
What a save, but what a shot, too. It's like he knew that ball's floating to me. I'm grabbing and shooting. No hesitation.
Pretty way to end a 9-0 run. Olstad thrown away. Here comes Reaver.
He's going to pull up. Yep.
He does. Yes! Just like that, it's a Jordan Reaver 6-0 run.
And Steve, on a lot of the interviews you've done at the end of games, seems like over the way, like Tanner Kretchen was talking about Reaver, and other guys have talked about him in practice. They say he goes off like this, so they love seeing it in the game.
Nunio Mott just got clotheslined by Herb Bingham. He'll head to the free throw line after the immediate timeout. Entertaining ball game here on the men's side with the Dragons up by 7. We'll keep it right.
Easy chip shot. So much for overtime.
The kick is no good. Unbelievable. We're going into overtime.
Best overtime ever.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
As we watch the back-to-back threes here in a second, but one of the things I've always contended is Jordan Reaver is one of the best point guards in the country, and you see why. Gicho finds him on the save, and he knocks down the three. He's ready to shoot it. Then we get the steal. The defense fades back, and he drills another one. You can't leave Jordan Reaver wide open for a three-point shot and not expect to pay the price, Steve DeStacio.
He's not only the best athletic director in all the NCAA, he's also great at breaking down Jordan Reaver threes. It's none other than our friend Doug Peters. Are you fired up?
What a great night. As you look at this crowd, we got the student section that's out and about, and they're white. It's a great night here in Nemzik, and it's what we've all envisioned having happen here, and it's fun to have the women have a great win, and the men are in a battle right now with Concordia St. Paul. It's what college athletics is all about, Steve.
Dragon women, 4 in a row. Dragon men, 10 in a row. This is really getting fun.
It is. It's getting exciting. And each game that we win, the next one gets to be a little bit bigger. There's no doubt about that. I've always said it doesn't really matter what you do in November, but February is a pretty dang important month.
And there's some great events coming up in February. There's Go Pink Night on Friday the 13th. It's Senior Night on Saturday the 14th. What else you got?
And then the next week we come back with the MSU Alumni's Founders Gala on the 20th here on our campus, which is our annual formal dinner where we're raising money for scholarships for our students. Not just our student athletes, but all the students on our campus. And you can get more information at www.mnstate.edu/Founders Gala.
Sounds like a fun time.
Not as fun as this.
Speaking of fun, how great is this? You mentioned the Loonies sitting to our left here a moment ago, but other than the Loonies, great crowds here in the month of January at Nemzik.
It has been. Our basketball teams are both pretty good. They play hard. They're fun to watch. And our Go team does a great job with game environment. As Jordan Reaver hits another three, the game environment, I don't think there's very many teams in our league tonight that are going to try and give away a car. And there's nobody with the type of game promotions that we have.
You can't go away. We got to break down another Jordan Reaver three.
Well, as you look at, we're scrambling. We're hitting the offensive boards hard. And you know what? Guy falls down. Jordan Reaver gets the ball, knocks down the three.
What I love about this team, number one, they're all really good kids. They really, really are. And I know what's said on the bus. We want to keep it on the bus, but I want to take one Chad Walthall quote off the bus on my trip back from Minot with them. He caught wind of the coaches and I talking about, yeah, you know what, down the road. And he said, wait a second, I'm trying to win practice on Monday. And that's the way that his players, his 21-year-olds, that's the attitude they've had all year long.
It is. It does start with Coach Walthall. Trying to get him to look 3 days down the road, yeah, it is a bit of a challenge because he is so focused on the next day, and you can definitely see that in his team and how they're playing.
Doug Peters, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations. This is a part of you, and it's just my pleasure to be a part of this just crazy fun place to be.
Yes, it is, and hopefully they don't lose Jordan Reaver there again in transition for them. I was hoping he'd get that wide open three again. All right, I'll turn it back over to you, Steve.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Dragon Athletic Director Doug Peters. As the Dragons, another rare turnover. They now have 3. Here's Therese Van Pelt for Concordia St. Paul. Turns the ball over, but a whistle and a foul. Matt Nelson, number 13, into the ball game for the Dragons. 6'9" sophomore, Rosemount, Minnesota. I know you've listened to a couple of our games of my games on the road, as Prescott just picked up his second. Matt Nelson does not have some of the statistical numbers, but he's been putting in some very valuable minutes for this Dragon squad.
Yeah, usually when he comes in, he's high energy on the defensive end, setting screens and moving the ball around on the offensive end. And coach has good trust in him to come in there and hold his own on the defensive end and help out, getting open looks for other guys on the offensive end.
Nunio Mott hits a couple of free throws. He has 6. Cole Olstad has 6 for Concordia, but Jordan Reaver has 14. Evan Holden to the ball game for the Dragons. Number 11, the 6'4" junior out of Moorhead. Reaver, fearless. Bounces right back up after getting thumped to the ground.
Yeah, I want to watch this here. He jumped up and kind of was limping and grabbed his knee a little bit. Dragon fans maybe be went right at Nuni Amat and hit the deck pretty hard. I hope for Dragon fans here he's all right. He's got those knee pads on, so hopefully that gave him a little protection.
And oh, by the way, Reaver already hitting 4 out of 7 from three-point range. Is a 95% free throw shooter.
Yeah, I think Tanner Kretschman's going to come in for him if he makes this free throw. Obviously, since he didn't come in at that make, he is. And maybe get a chance for Jordan to go over and kind of massage that knee and see if there's any issues with it. Although
now Reaver's going to sit down with 7.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if Reaver looks over and sees Tanner sitting there. Maybe he misses intentionally to stay in the game.
Oh no, I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. When Reaver misses a free throw, everybody in the world hears about it.
Okay.
Olstad for 3, yes.
Wow. Well, I mentioned earlier Olstad was their leading scorer, 2 years ago before he had to take a medical last year. But he scored over 3,000 points in his high school career, so he can
3,
score. Over 3,000. Fourth highest total in the state of Minnesota history.
Matt Nelson for 3 now.
So the guy can score.
Sievely working hard. Tyler Vaughn to the ground. And a travel. Veteran Northern Sun official Doug Vadova about 1.5 foot from where Therese Van Pelt lost his footing.
Yeah, he didn't hesitate. He saw it. He called it. And I think Van Pelt, unfortunately, kind of knew it. He was just trying to argue a little bit.
Vaughn. His defender fell down. Sievely underneath, no.
Oh.
And now Sievely travels. It takes a lot to upset Isaac Sievely. That was one example.
And Isaac busted his butt down the other end. He didn't want to keep arguing it. He was mad. I think he felt he got pulled down here by Zabaski.
Zabaski couldn't hit. Here's Kretschman around a Sievely screen. Sievely underneath for the easy 2. Beautiful look by Tanner Kretschman.
Yeah, nice look by Tanner Kretschman, and good job by Isaac getting that big mid out there to grab it one-handed. He had enough room. He could have turned around and probably dunked her down, but he got it up quick just to stay ahead of the defender.
The player that the Dragon football team is picking on, Therese Van Pelt, was the leading scorer for the squad 2 years ago. Olstad, or was the leading scorer 2 years ago. Olstad, the second leading scorer. So he can ball. We're getting some of the quick numbers from our great friend and one of the best, if not the best, sports information directors in all the NSIC, and my personal friend, Josh Deere, watching us tonight from downtown St. Paul, Minnesota. Nelson with it. Up top, Evan Holt. Yes.
I wasn't surprised when Evan Holt came in, because we've seen it on the last 5-6 games. You know, when he comes in, he's got confidence in his shot, he's got instant offense, and so that's obviously led to the coaches having confidence in him to be able to put him in a tough spot.
I think they got Matt Nelson for a foul as we hit the final media timeout of the first half. 4:55 remaining. The Dragons' lead is 12.
I think Cam Newton needs to be a better leader. He's got so much more responsibility. He's the guy that they're looking to.
Sweat. It says I'm not going to settle. It means I'm not going to stop until I get what I need. But I'm not going to tell you how much I'm working. I'm going to show you.
Gatorade, created to help replace what you sweat out.
Around here, there's more than one way to live. And at Gate City Bank, there's more than one way to bank. We create banking to fit you. So whatever your way of life, we make it better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Get everything Dragons in the palm of your hand with the Dragons mobile app. Available now for all of your mobile devices. Get news, schedules, live coverage, tickets, social media, and so much more. Visit MSUMDragons.com mobile app today.
And see what 30 years of award-winning State Farm agency and claims experience can do for you with the David Eggers Agency in Moorhead. Auto, home, life, health, and business insurance service locally with people who care. 218-233-1334 is the phone number, or visit deggers.com today on your Google machine.
And Division II Trainer of the Year, Andrea Scott, heading out cleaning up some blood all over the floor, getting a nice little ovation from the football team.
This is what I really love about college athletics. When you see the basketball players at the football games, you see the football team at the basketball games. It truly just makes it a fun, and I keep hearing the word family.
Yep.
And I don't know if you experienced that when you were here 15 years ago playing football.
Oh yeah, definitely did. Supportive of both, of all the sports. You want to be, you're fans of everybody else. You know, you played some of those sports in high school, so you appreciate, the athletic ability some other guys have, and the sport, the way they're able to play their sport of choice. And so yeah, definitely felt that when I was here, and it's really cool to see this atmosphere tonight.
Sabaski drains a pair of free throws. It's 34-24. Concordia St. Paul had a couple leads early. Then the Dragons went on a run and currently lead it by 10. They've led by as many as 12. Nelson in the lane. Vaughn for three. Now, up ahead it goes to Keith Crockett. Crockett again. Monroy setting a screen. Up top, Olstad. Healy forgot the basketball. Monroy with the butterfingers. Vaughn up ahead. Sibley.
Wow,
Who gets decked?
That was a hard fall, but just because he got Monroy up in the air. Monroy, 7'2", not much he could do. He's going to come down on him. I guess he kind of brought the hammer down, looked like with his arm and his elbow a little bit too, but the officials letting him play.
I love
let
the
that
look.
one go, not a flagrant.
I'm sorry, Scott. I just love the look by Isaac Sievely when he got up. Like, I just got landed on by a 7-footer.
Got hammered down.
It's the look I would have too. I mean, I haven't been landed on by a 7-footer anytime in the recent past. But I imagine if a 7-footer landed on me, it wouldn't be a comfortable experience.
Yeah, not feel good.
Isaac gets a pair of free throws. He has a half dozen. Exactly 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. It's 36-24. The Dragons are on top. Steve DeStacio, Scott Swanson, John Webking playing sick tonight. Our producer's still here. How could he miss a night like tonight?
Yeah,
Joe
he's not going
Schwer,
anywhere.
our director, and our terrific Dragons Live crew. Stanley for three, it won't go. Sievely volleys it to Healy. Sievely with the rejection. Reaver back in the ball game. Wonder what he's going to do with the ball. Crockett made sure that Reaver had company right across midcourt.
Yeah, they're not going to let him keep dribbling into space into the front court. They're going to go pick him up right away at half.
Sievely, loose. Was too far away and now just got whistled for the loose ball foul. Isaac's second.
Yeah, Isaac just getting a little overactive here. Coach James was pretty mad about something, so that's why I was trying to wait to see if maybe the foul was on Concordia St. Paul or something, but Isaac just getting a little overactive there, jumping getting the push, and that's his second.
There's Joey James, there's Chad Walthall. We talked about Carla Nelson's milestone that she hit last Saturday with her 250th win. If the Dragons get a sweep here this weekend, that would be an even 100 for Walthall in his 5th season at MSU Moorhead.
Wow, that's pretty remarkable. You know, they've only hit the 20-win mark nine times in school history, but 3 of those times have been just in the last 4 years.
36-26, 3:10 remaining here in the first half. Lean, Reaver, Songolo, Bingham, and Vaughn on the floor for the white and red clad Dragon men. This number 7 team in all of Division II. Lean, hands off to Reaver, around a double screen. Now Lean, all the way in. It wasn't thunderous, still counted as 2.
Little baby dunk, but yeah, counts as 2. And that was a good job by Jordan Reaver, because when Concordia St. Paul switched, Jordan knew he'd have the mismatch. So he flipped it back over to Aaron Lean so Aaron Lean could take it baseline. Yep.
Here it is again.
Jordan made sure he got the ball back over to Aaron because he knew he'd have a size advantage over Crockett, and he took it right into the hole.
Lean now playing point guard. Reaver going to take a run with Keith Crockett. Now Reaver. Are you kidding me? 5 threes in the first half for Jordan Reaver. He has 19.
Oh, and they're setting up, you know, they got double screens coming for him around the top. Crockett's trying to deny him the ball, so they had Aaron Lean bring the ball up. But they're going to find ways to get him the hoop ball, and they just were setting double screens for him. And he didn't have much space, but he still put it up.
Crockett can't score. I think he got fouled by Bingham.
Yeah, good job of drawing some contact.
Kevin Aronson made 9 threes against Mayville State back in 1994 to set the Dragon record. It was Bingham, his second foul. Both Dragon bigs, or 2 of the Dragon bigs had 2. Crockett hits. Reaver already has 5 here in the first half.
Well, I've hit 6 before, Steve, so we'll see if he can match me. Unfortunately, it wasn't in any college basketball game.
(41-28), 2 minutes remaining. Vaughn around a screen. Reaver. Oh, he wanted to fire. Reaver stripped. Bingham bailing. Lean weighing. Reaver. fading away from the far corner.
Oh, well, I saw that, in the game against Bemidji State last Saturday, watching the replay. He was hitting those step backs like that, so,
Are you kidding me? Yes! 7 threes in the first half for Jordan Reaver.
I'm checking out Coach Walthall here just to see that smirk on his face. He's enjoying this. Oh my goodness.
With the roll. Healy. Foul.
Wow. Rolling it in.
All right, this was number 6. That was just a step in. If you thought that was special, watch number 7.
That last one would have been the 5th, though, because the 6 was in the corner. There's number 7. There's too many to even keep track of.
I've lost track. I just know that Reaver is 7 of 10. He has 25 here in the first half. His career high is 26. We still have 21 minutes remaining.
Oh, my goodness.
Guess who has the basketball? Reaver has 4 fewer points than Concordia St. Paul here in the first half. Not again. Number 8!
Oh. And I don't care how sick our producer John Webking is. He is jumping up and down over there, laughing his butt off. He's loving it.
Wasn't this a tight ball game a couple of moments ago? And the crowd's still relentless on Van Pelt. 13 seconds remaining in the first half. Van Pelt to 3. Vaughn from half court. Glass. The Dragons hang half 100 on Concordia St. Paul. Jordan Reaver already has set his career high with 28 here in the first half. 20 minutes in the books here in Moorhead. The Dragons lead Concordia St. Paul 50-32. After this commercial timeout, we'll have your latest installment of the MSU Moorhead halftime news break. 50-32, the Dragon men in command, and you're watching live coverage of MSU Moorhead Dragon men's basketball on WDAY's Extra.
In the more than 60 years that WDAY has been broadcasting, we've been there with you, sharing your experiences, your community, and your home. Now, with WDAY's Extra, we're going beyond to bring you additional news, weather, sports, and other local events, live and in high definition. WDAY's Extra is a channel that's giving you more coverage while providing the same superior quality that you expect. Check your local listings or contact your cable provider for WDAY's Extra, bringing you more.
It's a new stay at the Courtyard by Marriott, located just minutes from downtown Fargo, local colleges, shopping centers, and several restaurants. The Courtyard features a 24-hour fitness center, 24-hour on-site Starbucks, and our bistro restaurant and lounge open for breakfast and dinner daily. Relax in one of our 2 indoor swimming pools and hot tub. The comfort your family needs close to all the action at the Courtyard by Marriott. Visit our website or call 218-284-1000. That's 218-284-1000.
Exceeding expectations. Getting better every day. It doesn't happen by chance. Preparation pays off. So the only question to ask yourself is, am I better today than I was yesterday? Exceed yesterday. Choose Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Valley Imports has something for everyone. It's that easy. Hello everyone and welcome to the MSUM Halftime News Break. I'm your host, John Webby Webking. On today's show, I got a chance to know men's basketball's Prescott Williams over a friendly game of pig. Because I am the host, I'm going to shoot first, but before I shoot, I'm going to ask you a question. First, easy, simple question. How'd you find out about MSUM and what brought you here?
How did I find out about MSUM? Well, actually, last year, 2 years ago, they came to recruit another kid.
Yeah.
I was playing against a kid. I had a really good game. And then I started getting recruited by MSUM.
Well, you said you don't make free throws very well.
That's not a good start for me.
So I figured I'd test you at the free throw line first and foremost, which, by the way, I'm a career 50% free throw shooter. But other question, tell me a little bit about Frank.
Oh,
who is Frank? Where does Frank come from?
Frank, my dad, his dad, my mom's dad, his dad, so a bunch of Franks. It's kind of terrible.
And that is actually your
first name.
First name, but everyone calls you Prescott, which I'm guessing is your middle name.
One of the two middle names.
One of the two middle names. What's your other middle name?
Adrian.
Adrian.
It's gonna be a quick game. I can't shoot.
Well, I got killed by Savannah last time I played, so I had to step it up a little bit against you.
You even let me warm up or anything.
You have any siblings?
I got two.
Dang it.
Brother and a little sister.
Brother and a little sister. How old are they?
My little brother is he's almost 19. Plays football at Robert Morris.
Nice.
And my little sister is 8, I think.
8?
Yeah.
Oh. So, your second year here at MSUM, how's it different from your first?
Well, I was expecting the winter this time, so I wasn't dying when winter came around. But just knowing everything, like just knowing people, just how the school is gonna be, because coming from JUCO, it's a whole different world. So just probably just those two things. I'm about to dunk the ball, so this is what I'm doing.
Oh, you can't throw it down. I'm not even.
I gotta get you a letter.
Gotta give me a letter. Jesus, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh. Do I have to do it lefty? I can't do it lefty.
Whatever you gotta do.
I just gotta dunk it.
Oh yeah.
You get my sneakers out here and I'm gonna take you on that one. So what do you plan to do after Dragon basketball is all over?
Well, I want to get my master's degree, but I might try to keep playing. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah?
Play a little bit, but.
What would you get your master's in?
Right now, I don't know what I want to. Right now, I'm doing political science, and I want to go that route, but I'm not sure if I like international relations and political science or what else is there? Can't think. Or like war and environment kind of side.
Okay.
Man, it's gonna be a long game, Webby.
Bank or awful?
All right.
So why political science? Why'd you get interested in the topic in general?
Well,
okay, now I'm in trouble.
Last year I was computer information systems, and then that just wasn't for me.
Oh.
And then I don't know. I just really into politics. I pay attention a lot to politics.
Oh.
So
interesting.
Oh, what can I do to win?
What you're not dunking it again for
I'm
a
not.
G? Okay, so what is something nobody knows about you other than the Frank name? But what is something no one would typically know about you?
I wrestled until 7th grade. You can ask Isaac. Isaac thought he could beat me in wrestling. I put him in a cradle and pinned him. So nobody probably realized that I wrestle. I got a lot of little cousins who are really good at wrestling.
Oh. You come to wrestling matches here at all?
I've been to one.
Watch the guys.
Yeah.
Royal comes to all of them. Behind the back. Oh. I'm going to make that.
I thought you were getting a rebound.
I'm going to make that for a letter.
It's
Keep
over
shooting.
right here.
Keep missing threes. It's okay.
Oh!
I'm going to make this. Just wait. You're going to miss one more time. I'm going to make it.
I've never missed 3 times in a row in my life.
Well, first for everything. last year versus this year, different records, similar guys, didn't lose a whole lot from last year.
Yeah.
What makes this team so dang successful?
Well, last year, of course, we had really good players, but last year we have like more chemistry this year. Last year, you had Terrell coming back, who hasn't played for a while. I came in, Geej came in, Malik came in, Herb came in, Aaron came in.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of guys who were, we were all just like good at basketball. So
yeah.
Of course we were gonna win some games, but like those tough games that we didn't have that chemistry at the end. So I don't know, this year I think, and we've all been through the league once, we know what the league's about. We're not, I know a lot of us were like nervous going into league play. It's just, we got that year under our belt, so it's just a little bit easier to, like, I know when I drive, Tyler's gonna be over there, or Geez was gonna be there, or Rick's gonna be up here, or Jordan Reaver. But
I mean, things that just happen with time spent in the gym.
So last year we were kind of just, I don't want to say we were throwing out there, but that's kind of what it was.
So this team's a little more mature, a little gelled, a little bit more. All right, for the game. Oh! Yes, still alive. Savannah beat me in 3 shots, just so you know.
Well, Savannah's better than me, so.
Can't really deny that. What do you drive?
2010 Honda Accord, black rims.
Black rims?
Yeah, all white black rims.
Nice.
See, let's bank this in.
What is your favorite video game? You didn't call bank. So
I did. I said let's
Did
bank.
you say bank?
I said let's bank this in.
I'll have to check the tape.
But
I can't bank this.
I'm all about 2K.
NBA 2K?
NBA 2K.
All right, for the game, bank shot. Oh, I missed. All right, press. Thanks for the butt whooping. I'm 0 for 2 right now on
I just
Pig.
try to make it exciting for you. I didn't want to beat you like Savannah. So.
Oh, thanks for the mercy.
Anyway.
Thanks for joining us in the MSUM halftime news break. More Dragons basketball coming up right after this.
The Travel Lodge and Suites of Fargo Moorhead invites you to experience their award-winning hospitality. Whether you choose a jacuzzi suite, king suite, or standard room, you're sure to experience the comforts of home. Relax by the cozy fireplace, take a dip in the pool, and wake up to a free breakfast including Belgian waffles. For reservations, call toll-free 1-866-263-BEAR. Again, that's 1-866-263-BEAR. The award-winning Travel Lodge and Suites of Moorhead. Also check out their website, www.travellodge-moorhead.com.
Combine Midco Net Extreme Wideband, the region's fastest internet, and mid-continent video with TV everywhere, and take shows you normally watch here and watch them anywhere, anytime. So turn your tablet into a TV, take CNN with you, catch the Cartoon Network up here. Turn any screen in the house into a mid-continent screen. Mid-continent video with TV everywhere and the flawless streaming performance of Midco Net Extreme Wideband make mid-continent the connection that counts.
How fun was that first half here at Alex Nemzik Hall in Moorheads? Let the Jordan Reaver show begin.
Is it all
first it
Jordan
started,
all the time?
Well, this wasn't Jordan Reaver. This was Prescott Williams.
You got to get a dunk in.
Showing off his springs. Prescott Williams finished with 2 points in the first half. Then Cole Olstead came off the bench. And you know what? He had a very good first half. He made 3 threes in the first half. Then going all the way in and scoring, David Stanley. Then the Dragons took over. Here's Prescott Williams with the hustle play. Out to Jordan Reaver. One of his 8 3-pointers in the first half. Seedley missing. Prescott Williams, the hustle play again. Why wouldn't you give the ball to number 2 when he's doing this?
Feel bad for Crockett there. He's trying to stay with him and he just slipped and had another one knocked down right in his face.
Just across midcourt. Where am I going? I'm going to stop here, fire, and get the shooter's touch.
Unbelievable.
Bingham. That one might have been the most fantastic. Leaning into the Concordia St. Paul bench. 50-32. The captain had 28 of them. Look at those numbers from three-point land just in the first half.
Yeah, unbelievable shooting. I mean, we've seen the Dragons put up some pretty nice three-point shooting statistics through certain games, but 50%, and Concordia St. Paul hasn't even held a team, or has held all their teams below 50% shooting from the field in all their games. So right now, the Dragons above that mark, and got to give that up, obviously, to Jordan Reaver.
50-32 is our halftime score. And now we'll bring in Dragon assistant coach Jordan Peterson. From a highlight reel Jordan to the assistant coach, I'm asking you, you've watched a lot of basketball, played high-level basketball. Have you ever seen anything like that in a half?
That was pretty incredible. You know, Klay Thompson just had a third quarter that was phenomenal. I think that goes right up there with it. That's probably one of the best first halves I've seen.
What was really neat was the one set play when the only time in the half where Jordan Reaver didn't bring the ball across midcourt, it was Aaron Lean. And I had a feeling where the ball was going.
Yep, you know, we're definitely, you got to feed the hot hand sometimes. And Jordan was definitely hot, and the guys are looking for him in transition and in our set plays.
Dragon assistant coach Jordan Peterson, our halftime guest, 50-32, a healthy lead over Concordia St. Paul. Listening to some of the fans, sure, you want to see a lot more Jordan. We all want more Jordan Reaver. But first things first, you got to take care of business here tonight.
Definitely. You know, they're winning the offensive rebounding battle right now and free throw battle. So a couple things defensively we need to clean up. Just better man-to-man defense, and then finishing possessions.
How would you rank your performance defensively in the first half?
Give it about a C. You know, there's a lot of things we need to clean up as far as ball screen, but overall it was a solid first half.
Good luck in the second half. Thank you very much for joining us. Dragon assistant coach Jordan Peterson joining us. The Dragons lead 50-32. Let's take a look at some out-of-town scores here on the men's side. Other ball games being played. There's the battle down in Aberdeen. You knew that was going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game between those two. It's going to be close all night. We kind of are hoping that, you know, maybe Northern beats up on Mankato a little bit, give the Dragons a little break when the Mavericks come to town tomorrow night.
Augustana over Mary. Chad Walthall said it. I said it on the bus. Mary's going to knock off some teams. Whether they can knock off Augustana tonight still remains to be seen.
Yeah, that would be huge. They have the potential to knock off teams, as you said, but to do it to the Vikings would still be an amazing feat.
Wayne State got its first league win last weekend. Good ball game as advertised down in Fayette. 29-26 Upper Iowa with the lead. Winona State swept last weekend, trying to get back into the win column. St. Cloud ahead of Southwest down in Marshall, and USF over UMD.
Yeah, Southwest 21 in the first half only. There's something going on with those guys, unfortunately, for Mustang fans. 7 in a row, and not a very good start tonight.
And on the women's side, there's the one, the Dragons with the 63-51 victory. Northern State defeated Minnesota State Mankato 85-80. Mankato here tomorrow afternoon. It's yours on WDAY's Extra, beginning at 3:45 with the pregame report. We start the second half. Crockett for three.
Well, they hit a three to end the first half. They hit this three here to start the second half. Gonna have need a couple more to keep chipping the lead, but good start there for the Golden Bears.
No, it's much more Jordan Reaver, and we'd like to talk about, here's Aaron Lane for three. Now, as much as you want to talk about Jordan Reaver and setting marks and all that, the Dragons still have a basketball game to win.
Yeah, you can't get caught up in his chase for whatever, you know, school record threes or whatever, school record points. You can't get caught up in that. You still got to go out and work the possessions and, you know, play your game.
Reaver in the first half was 9 of 12 from the floor, 8 of 11 from downtown. He's already one three-pointer away from tying the record that was set 21 years ago.
Yeah, I talked to a few fans here at halftime, and they were surprised. They were kind of wondering about, you know, Brett Beeson. He's got the school record with, I think, 54 points?
Yes.
They thought maybe a game like that, or Beeson put up a lot of, 40-point games too, that maybe he'd have the record maybe at, 9 or 10, but I don't know if he was so much a three-point shooter as a drive/slash pull-up type. He did hit plenty of threes, but he wasn't one to put up a night like Jordan Reaver is tonight.
Vaughn loose underneath, his second bucket, 54-37. Underneath the 7-footer, gives it up. Monroy. Now Van Pelt, defended by Lean. Sabaski. Tough shot, offensive foul. Sabaski, committed to NDSU, decided to go to Concordia St. Paul.
You beat me to it. I was actually going to mention that for area basketball fans, maybe fans of the Dragons, Cobbers, and Bison. Yeah, Sabaski had committed. He's going to come be a Bison up here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, but changed his mind. Probably getting a little more playing time here, I'm guessing, with Concordia St. Paul than he would be this year over in Fargo.
Two good basketball programs to choose from.
Yep.
Vaughn, inside, Prescott. Sievely, short jumper, no. That ball was tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Concordia St. Paul. 54-37. You want to get caught up in the numbers. You want to get caught up in the Jordan Reaver, what he's doing tonight, the magical first 20 minutes. You also keep in the back of your mind, you got Minnesota State Mankato here in less than 24 hours. There he is again. No. All those factors, but I'm sure the only thing going through Chad Walthall's mind right now, win this possession.
Yep. Win this possession, that would lead you to get the W tonight. He doesn't care about records or anything about anything related to that.
It's a 14-point game, 54-40. This is a Concordia St. Paul team that beat Minnesota State Mankato earlier this season.
Yep, by 2.
Reaver, whacked away. Here come the Golden Bears again. Concordia beat Mankato on December the 20th. Reaver a rebound, his 4th.
Good box out there by Isaac Sievely. Good box out on Monroy. Had enough space there then for Jordan Reaver to get in there and get the board.
Here's Prescott Williams. Entry, Sievely, fouled. If it's Monroy, it's his 4th to match his uniform number.
Nice play by Isaac to get position, but to be quick with it. The minute he got the ball, just turn and go. Not let Monroy get in position, because it didn't look like it was too hard of a foul, but because Monroy did have his arms up. But the way Isaac was able to get into him, without him to be able to get his to hold his space, to kind of keep his position, the quick move by Isaac drew that foul.
Exactly. It was the first step that won that possession.
Yep. He was able to get around him a little bit, and that kind of got Monroy in a position where he had to kind of move with him, unfortunately. And then, unfortunately for him, he's now to take a seat.
Well, first he's going to get lectured by his very talented first-year head coach, Joey James. 56-40. The lead is 16. Sabaski. Quick first move to his left. Vaughn finds him. Manley dared to shoot a 15-footer. Sabaski for 3. Omot, the offensive rebound. That's exactly what Jordan Peterson was just talking about. Van Pelt. It's a 13-point game, 56-43. Reaver literally fighting off a screen. Whistle on a foul. It's on Keith Crockett. He's going to sleep well tonight. He's chasing around number 2.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated because he's the one having to chase Jordan Reaver around. And we just get a bench warning on Walthall. Yep. That's why I paused there for a second. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
That's a friendly version of a technical. There's Chad Walthall barking at Mark Riggs. I like Riggs. He's an Oriole fan. He's from Virginia. I'm from Maryland. We're neighbors. I didn't even know that. I was standing outside one time, and he said, "How do you think our Orioles are going to do this year?" And I said, "Our Orioles."
And you're instant buddies.
Gotta make good with the officials as Aaron Lean rattles home a 3. We got a timeout, 15:25 left to go. The Dragon lead is 16.
Around here, there's more than one way to live. And at Gate City Bank, there's more than one way to bank. We create banking to fit you. So whatever your way of life, we make it better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Quality swimming lessons program in the FM area. Look no further than the Dragon Swim School. Go to msumdragons.com/swim. Learning to navigate the water is easy with the help of the Dragon Swim School. We keep talking about Minnesota State Mankato tomorrow night. That happens to be our next telecast here on WDAY's Extra. After this weekend, we hit February, and that means heading into the home stretch.
And that means only one more homestand after that, unfortunately. I don't know what I'm going to do without my Dragon basketball.
At Wayne next Friday night, at Augie next Saturday. That's going to be an atmosphere down in Sioux Falls, and then we're back home. The final two regular season home games, Friday, February 13th, the Acro Lights and the Acro 2s will perform that night on Go Pink night, and then it's senior night on February the 14th as we wrap up shop, at least for the home portion of the schedule. Van Pelt, Olstad, good switch off by Lean. Manley again, dared to shoot a three, stripped by Lean, and now it's Keith Crockett. They want to isolate Crockett on Vaughn. Now Manley will shoot, he'll score.
Well, Olsted's back in, the only one that was consistently hitting some in the first half for him. We'll see if they can get him going. He had 3 threes. That's all he had for his 9 points, but only one guy in the Golden Bears squad that was consistently hitting from the outside.
Reaver, what a pass. Seeley can't finish. Prescott Williams, the offensive rebound, and then the offensive foul. That's Prescott's third. That peek at the upcoming schedule is presented by the Travelodge Suites in Moorhead. When you come to watch your Dragons play here in Moorhead, plan to stay at the Travelodge Suites, 218-233-5333. Mention Dragon Athletics. Receive a great discount. We have a timeout.
Liddy here with another lesson.
Hey, it's JT. Let's talk about your car issues. Yeah, 194. Who's this?
This is Liddy, longtime listener. I got rid of my Buick for Matt Buss a long time ago.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm spending so much time and money at the mechanic right now anyway.
Time you should be spending with a girl. You aren't getting any younger, you know.
So, what are you doing this weekend?
Sorry, sweetie. This is my stop. I gotta go.
I've learned my lesson. Join me in taking the iGo Eco Challenge.
At Mid-Continent Communications, we pride ourselves on great customer service. Yet to Mid-Continent employees, community service is just as important. So you'll find us helping out in the places where we live and work, making a difference, lending a hand. It's what you count on neighbors for. Mid-Continent Communications, the connection that counts.
.45. What is Concordia St. Paul doing in these first, what did they do in these first 5.5 minutes to shut out number 2?
Well, Crockett was right in his face. You know, he wasn't letting him go anywhere, but that's what Crockett was doing actually in this, late in the second half too, when he was still getting his shots off. But he's trying to deny him as he was doing earlier, and he's just been getting right in his face, trying to be a little more physical with him, I think, and that's why actually Crockett's on the bench, because he picked up a couple of fouls trying to be physical with Jordan Reaver.
Olstad. Healy for 3. It's an 11-point game. Healy's second bucket of the ball game, his first from deep, 59-48. 14 minutes remaining. The story tonight is certainly Jordan Reaver. He has the ball. He had 28 first half points to already set his career high. Here's a foul as David Stanley, that's one way to stop him.
Yeah, you got to follow him to slow him up. That's only the first foul for him, but the 4th for the team, so you got to watch that too if you're going to be following Jordan Reaver a lot and sending him to the foul line. He's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Reaver around a screen from Bingham. Nothing. Vaughn. Spinning. No. Van Pelt the rebound. Van Pelt in second gear. Reaver can't fight off a screen. Vaughn going for the steal. Manley grabs it. He'll score, and he can make this an 8-point game.
Wow. Good decision there by Manley, because everybody was right there amongst him when they were fighting for the board, but then he stands up and all the Dragons kind of peeled away to find their guy, and he realized, well, Tyler Vaughn's on me. I'm just going to take it right at him because I got the size advantage on him, and good choice for him because he picks up the foul and the bucket.
Manley's a 52% free throw shooter. Hits. It's an 8-point game. 59-51, 13:20 left to play here in Moorhead. Reaver, rejected. Olstad, up ahead. Healy, cut off by Nelson and Bingham. Van Pelt, grabbed by Reaver, who gets whistled for a second.
Yeah, a lot of contact on it. Just amongst that possession, so when Jordan had to switch and then switch back, he kind of got his arm out, got a little push there and got called for the foul. Now, they're not giving any space, Jordan, they're not giving Reaver any space to shoot threes, so he's taking it into the lane, taking it to the hoop the last few times, unfortunately for him. It's just a good defensive plays by the Golden Bears to get some blocks.
At one point, this was a 19-point game. It's currently 8. Healy, Stanley, Van Pelt with 15 on the play clock. Rejection, Herb Bingham on Manley. Reaver. Vaughn in the corner. Yes.
Good ball movement. Obviously, they weren't going to let Jordan Reaver shoot it. He passes over to Nelson, and Nelson realizes one more pass. And instead of me taking a shot contested, one more pass, wide open Tyler Vaughn, that's a high percentage shot.
Exactly. If they're going to take away Jordan Reaver to this extent, as Shane Manley scores with a lot of contact and no whistle, somebody else for the Dragons has to step up and hit shots.
Yep, exactly right. And right there, Tyler Vaughn did. We'll see if the Dragons can continue that.
Sungolo. Vaughn again. Short. Vaughn the rebound. Nelson on the baseline. The Dragons will reset. 11:40 left to play. Reaver defended by David Stanley. Sungolo. Claiming foul. Walthall going nuts. Van Pelt. Stanley the step back. He has 6. It's 62-55. It's now a touchdown. Reaver with the turnover, number 8. Chad Walthall needs a timeout. 11:05 left to play. It's getting really interesting here in Moorhead.
Exceeding expectations. Getting better every day. It doesn't happen by chance. Preparation pays off. So the only question to ask yourself is, am I better today than I was yesterday? Exceed yesterday. Choose Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Combine Mid-Co-Net Extreme Wideband, the region's fastest internet, and Mid-Continent Video with TV everywhere, and take shows you normally watch here and watch them anywhere, anytime. So turn your tablet into a TV, take CNN with you, catch the Cartoon Network up here. Turn any screen in the house into a Mid-Continent screen. Mid-Continent Video with TV everywhere and the flawless streaming performance of Mid-Co-Net Extreme Wideband make Mid-Continent the connection that counts.
rather listen to the band or me? I thought so. The great Dragon Pep Band, directed by Dr. Monte Grisset, played both national anthems tonight. They're really good.
And adds what is already a nice atmosphere tonight, but Pep Band just adds that much more. You get some real music. You don't have the loud stuff pumping in through the speakers. It can get kind of annoying at times.
Offensive foul. They got Manley. His first. Remains tight in Aberdeen. 50-49, Minnesota State Mankato leads Northern. 11:44 left to play. Augustin is pulling away from Mary and Bismarck. It's now Augie 48, Mary 32. 18:31 left to play. Bingham fouled. They got David Stanley again, his second. It's already the 16th foul. One more inbound, then the Dragons will go into the bonus.
Yeah, that might end up being the way Jordan Reaver's going to end up scoring some points in the second half. It's have to be from the foul line because he's not getting much room to shoot here so far.
Bingham, soft touch, shy. Here comes Van Pelt. Scores! And no, they're going to say it was on the floor. Jeff Risk immediately said Jordan Reaver with the whack. That's Jordan Reaver's third.
Wow. Well, I thought it was, yeah. I thought Jordan actually got some contact before the shot, but the way that when you heard the whistle, I thought maybe they're going to give it to Tyler Vaughn on the way up, but lucky for Dragon fans that they called it on the floor.
Seeley in, Bingham to the bench. Crockett can't connect. Seeley clears the boards. 10 minutes to play. It's a 7-point game. I want to go back to our Matt Buss key to a Dragons victory. Don't look ahead to Minnesota State Mankato or you're going to get beat. The Dragons have not looked ahead. Have not. You cannot accuse them of that. Vaughn driving. Seeley working hard. This is just a really sound Concordia St. Paul basketball team.
Yeah, strong defensive team as we talked about with being second in the conference behind the Dragons in defensive scoring. So good defensive team Concordia is, and they're showing it tonight.
Isaac Seeley to the free throw line after the timeout. 9:37 left to go. It's the Dragons 62, Concordia St. Paul 55.
Stupid buffer bar.
Buffering video is no fun for anyone. So get MidCoNet Extreme Wideband, the region's fastest internet. Wirelessly connect up to 100 devices and still enjoy flawless buffer-free streaming. It's what makes Mid-Continent the connection that counts.
Hey, Dragon fans, need a great place to stay in the FM area? How about the Baymont Inn and Suites for your next visit? Call them at area code 701, the number 235-3333. The Baymont Inn and Suites is a great and proud supporter of MSU Moorhead athletics. I don't know if they want something to do with this cast of characters, but they've been loud and they've been vocal all night long. Now there's Adam Jiska right in the middle. Can they help this Dragon team to victory number 23?
Yeah, the team was the guys on the floor were kind of feeding off them early on, with their threes, pointing over to them, and they kind of had to hit a little bit of a lull here, the guys on the floor. So let's hope that maybe these fans can help pick them up a little bit here and see if they can extend their 7-point lead.
Seeley hits. Just the Dragons' 6th free throw of the night. $12 for Isaac Seeley. 64-55. The Dragons stretch their lead to 9, and now here comes the crowd. You saw the graphic at the beginning of the game where the Dragons are averaging winning by 20.4 points per game. This is a night when the Dragons can use these guys.
Yep, exactly. They're not pulling away from anybody tonight.
Tough shot by Van Pelt. He has 8. 64-57. We hit the 9-minute mark right about now. Vaughn. Sievely rolling to the hole!
Wow.
Van Pelt stumbles across midcourt. Here goes Nooney Omat off the glass. He'll score.
That's a nice answer by Omat. Had the crowd in it after the huge dunk. Come right down and answer that.
66-59. They were leaving this time, the fans, leaving this time last week against Crookston as Omat's going to get whistled for a foul. This is going to put Matt Nelson on the line. Scott, you're the dunk guy. Take it away.
To me, it looked like it could have been an extra step, Steve, but you know what? I'm glad they let it go because that was huge. He had two guys flying in. Oh, he had 2 guys flying in, and he was able to still soar over them. And now we got into the bonus here, another key spot here for the Dragons, getting in the bonus this early and getting to the free throw line to make some, potentially make some freebies with no time running off the clock.
Nelson misses, less than a 50% free throw shooter. It's a 7-point game. Give Concordia St. Paul a lot of credit this game. As Van Pelt scores again, he has 10. They were down by 19. Jordan Reaver was hitting everything on this side of half court, and now they're down 5 and come up with a steal. Crockett scores again. It's a 3-point game. 66-63 as we drip below 8 minutes. Reaver around a screen. Reaver rejected. Vaughn for 3.
Huge after they knock it down to 3.
The Dragons are 13 of 25 from long range. Manley hit from behind by Sievely. That's his 3rd. It'll be a non-shooting foul. Inbound opportunity for Concordia St. Paul. Sievely has 3. Williams has 3. Reaver has 3 for the Dragons. Crockett loops it in. Healy. Prescott Williams now on Therese Van Pelt. Crockett between the circles. Forcing is Olstad.
That's a tough bucket.
His first 2 points in the second half.
You know, when they need a bucket, they got guys that can do that. You got Olstad and Van Pelt. When you need a bucket and it's going to come hard, they can still produce.
Nelson couldn't hit from the free throw line, but he hits underneath.
His first bucket.
71-65, 6 3/4 minutes left to play. Crockett. Olstad. No. Tyler Vaughn with the great defense. His brother Josh sitting in the front row, watching his brother shoot a 3 that won't go. Sievely the offensive rebound. He'll score and get fouled.
Huge offensive rebound and putback. Good job of getting position down there by Isaac Sievely and fighting those guys off with the rebound and quick putback.
It's Isaac Sievely against the world here. Manley whistled for his 2nd. Now we'll see if the 6'9" Red Wing Minnesota native can finish the N1. He does. Just like that, it's a 9-point game. Sievely has 17. 74-65, 6:20 remaining. The Dragons are looking for win number 11 in a row. Sabaski for 3. They won't go away.
No. Sabaski's a shooter. You can see why NDSU wanted him.
Reaver. Yes! His first 3 points in the second half. He just tied the Dragon record with 9 3-pointers in the ball game. 77-68. Reaver has 31. Sibley with the steal, and it goes off Crockett's knee.
He didn't think so. Crockett didn't think so.
And now he's going to get teed up. And now he's about to get thrown out of the game.
Yeah, he's not giving up. He might.
We could read lips, and it wasn't nice.
Yeah, he was facing us, unfortunately, and I'm glad I don't have my kids around me here because that was something I don't want them to see somebody say. He's frustrated.
Write this down. 5:46 left to play. Jeff Risk made the call. I don't know if Crockett got thrown out of the game. He should have. He got teed up for one magic word, came right back with another magic word. Yep. His team hanging around. That is so selfish on Keith Crockett's part because they're playing so well, staying with the Dragons here tonight, and now you're giving points away with this guy at the free throw line.
Yeah.
Reaver hits.
I don't know if he's sitting down, like you said. I don't know if you kicked out, does that mean you have to leave, or are they just having him sit right now? I'm not sure, but I totally agree with you, is that he originally was going to get the tee when he came back, and he said the bullfrog word, or if you want to say it. The best thing I can come up with, and
the bullfrog word.
Well, bull, and I said
that's enough.
Frog, so 4 letters after it, frog. So
I'm reading you loud and clear.
And then so I figured, that was the original tee, and he said it right one more time. Even kind of came up to him a little bit and said it again. So if he's going to be able to come back in the game, he is one lucky guy to not get kicked out.
Lean wants it for 3. No. Sibley again!
Wow. First half, Jordan Reaver show. Second half, the Isaac Sibley show.
There's your 4-point possession. Just like that, it's a 13-point game with 5:15 left to go. Sabaski now has 10 second half points. 5:05 left to go. It's 81-70. Reaver across midcourt. Reaver sizing up Van Pelt. 10 on the play clock. Vaughn. Short. Probably not the shot Chad Walthall drew up on the bench.
Yeah, fading away like that.
Olstad for 3. Got it. They're not going to go away. How much are those 2 Jordan Reaver free throws because Keith Crockett couldn't control himself? Going to hurt Concordia St. Paul.
Yeah. Be a 6-point game right now if we wouldn't have had that, and they had it within 3, and that kind of helped extend the Dragons' little run there.
The next whistle will be will mark the final media timeout, and there it is. 4:07 left to go. Down the stretch we come in Moorhead with the Dragons holding on to an 8-point lead.
Get everything Dragons in the palm of your hand with the MSUM Dragons mobile app. Available now for all your mobile devices. Get news, events, videos, tweets, and all the live coverage you crave simply and easily. Get the MSUM Dragons mobile app today or check out msumdragons.com/mobile app for more information.
Forum subscribers, the Forum is now offering Platinum Rewards free with any newspaper subscription. Go to inforum.com, click on the Platinum Rewards link, log in, and you'll get instant access to dozens of discounts and coupons at a variety of local businesses. You can print the coupons or display them on your phone or tablet at the time of purchase. It couldn't be easier. Not a subscriber? Enjoy a free trial and see the benefits of Platinum Rewards. It's our way of saying thank you to our loyal customers. With Platinum Rewards, it pays to subscribe.
Jordan Reaver, number 2, sitting, now standing. It's the first Dragon to hit the 30-point plateau. Anthony Tucker did it 3 times 2 years ago. The last time he did it was in an 86-82 overtime loss here at home against Southwest Minnesota State on January 19th, 2013. So it's been 2 years. And Anthony Tucker was a special player, but this tonight is a special kind of performance.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is he's only got 5 of these in the second half. For those who just tuned in, Jordan Reaver had a pretty nice first half.
And now they have the 7'2".
He came in for a 3 seconds.
Josh Monroy guarding Jordan Reaver. Maybe the best player in the NSIC. For my money, and I know I'm biased, yes. And now Reaver to the free throw line. Monroy's done. Reaver to the line. I think Concordia St. Paul knows what this means.
2 points. Calling him automatic.
Smart money says that. There's one. There's 3 Gibbons in life, my friend. Death, taxes,
Jordan Reaver making free
and
throws.
made Jordan Reaver free throws. Don't let me down, my guy.
Jeez.
Doesn't even hit the rim. Reaver with 35, 83-73. We mentioned Reaver trying to tie or set the record set by Kevin Aronson with at 9 3-pointers for the game. Our friend Josh Deere just looked up. The NSIC record for 3-pointers in a game was set by Eric Klein for Northern State 21 years ago against UMD. Reaver, the give, the unselfishness. Seeley, the beneficiary.
4th assist there for Reaver. Nice look to Isaac, and Isaac's having a heck of a second half. He's got 21 now for the game.
Manley fumbles. Manley from an impossible angle.
Yeah, tough bucket.
And Joey James wants a timeout. 3:09 left to play. The Dragon lead is still double figures.
Dragon Swim School is proud to offer year-round swimming and diving lessons with the lowest student-to-instructor ratio around. Lessons are available for all levels, including parent-child sessions and preschool. Help your child learn to love the water in a safe and caring environment with us at Dragon Swim School. Visit msumdragons.com/swim for more information. That's msumdragons.com/swim.
3:09 left to play. You sure you want to go to Monster Trucks and be a dad tomorrow afternoon, or you want to come back here for more?
Well, I'll be back here for the men's game. Just unfortunately, the Monster Trucks time schedule coincided with the women's game, but I feel bad about missing it because it's going to be a good game as well. Mankato and Dragon women, and then of course the nightcap with the men.
Yeah, it might be fun tomorrow night.
Be another fun atmosphere too.
Lean across midcourt, 3 minutes left to play. I think Jordan Reaver knows the kind of night he's having. He can look up on the scoreboard. I don't know whether he knows or not that he has 35 points. He could have gone in, dribble, drive, instead unselfishly laid the ball to Isaac Sievely.
Yep.
Because he's all about team.
And wants to work some clock.
One of the few shots Reaver misses. Van Pelt, defended by Vaughn. Omat back to the basket. Manley steps back. Here's Keith Crockett. Violently rejected by Sievely, but they're going to call a foul. Isaac's fourth.
Yeah, I thought maybe they're going to call on Prescott because Prescott was arguing a little bit, but nope, they gave it to Sievely on with the body.
This is the most prolific Dragons scoring output since Justin Burgess hung 37 on Concordia St. Paul in a 99-92 overtime loss here at home on February 21st, 2009. I remember that night. Burgess didn't miss anything. Burgess was 16 of 22 that night, but didn't have a three-pointer. Crockett hits 1 of 2. Still a ball game to win, 85-76. Sievely, foul. They got Cole Olstad. This will send Sievely to the free throw line to shoot 2.
I don't think they're going to be playing the foul game just yet. Still got over 2 minutes to go. They were just tough defense. Olstead thought he saw a little chance to steal it coming in from behind Isaac, but the officials didn't think so.
I'd have to look it up. And Reaver's still 5 points away. I haven't seen a 40-point performance. I'm thinking Greg Duke.
Yep, Duke right away came to mind.
Certainly Brett Beeson.
Yep. I think Duke had a few. I can't say for certain without looking in the record books, but I saw a few here that I saw a few games Greg Duke put up some big numbers, and I want to say there was a 40 in there somewhere.
Manley scores for Concordia St. Paul. It's a 9-point game. 2:06 left to play. Prescott Williams to inbound. Reaver with it. Now the Dragons will spread.
Now they're going to foul. At least the coach is calling for him to foul, but not him.
They're going to foul that guy?
I think Joey James, even Coach James, put his arms out like, nope, not Reaver. They were yelling for a foul when anybody else had the ball.
Chad Walthall just looked at Joey James as if he wanted to go over and hug him. There's Chad Walthall, not in a hugging mood right now.
Well, yeah, they worked a good 15 seconds off the clock, and then you foul our best free throw shooter, so he's definitely thankful.
This to match what Burgess put out 6 years ago. .37 for Jordan Reaver. 89-78. 1:47 left to play. Van Pelt for three. No. Vaughn fouled by Olstead, and as a Dragon fan, you're starting to feel a little more comfortable with 100 seconds left to play.
Yeah, definitely. Now that they've forced a couple threes, at least they're forced a three there, and we've got they're following now, and we got some pretty good free throw shooters. Dragons have a pretty good free throw shooting team. 77% in overall, and of course some couple of their guards, Tyler Vaughn and Jordan Reaver, pretty solid free throw shooters. Actually, Tyler Vaughn, I should correct myself, 63% free throw shooter. Good in my book. That's way better than I had in high school. But on this team, that's actually one of the lower percentages. But he hits two there, so you must have heard me mentioning that he's not the best one on the team.
Vaughn has 13. The Dragon lead is 13. 96 ticks left to go. Crockett. But that's Reaver, it's his fourth. Here's another stat. I've never seen Jordan Reaver foul out of a ball game. He's in danger of it. So it's Crockett at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Seeley the rebound. Lean. Again, Reaver could have gone to the hole, but Chad Walthall's in the business of siphoning time.
Coach James says to hold off. I'm not sure if it's because they don't want to follow Jordan Reaver, or if just because he's kind of pulling him back to just play defense for this possession.
Tried the no look, 10th Dragon turnover. Dragons came into tonight #1 in the country, and I'm not talking about just Division II. The #1 team in all NCAA in assist to turnover ratio at 2.04. Double the amount of assists than turnovers.
Well, they're in the positive tonight. Only 9 turnovers. That's
10
pretty
turnovers, 17 assists.
Okay.
Foul is on Prescott Williams. Keith Crockett's at the free throw line. shooting free throws and hearing it from this crowd. Crockett hits a pair, it's 91-80. Reaver. Up ahead, Vaughn. And now the crowd will serenade Concordia St. Paul. Lean to the free throw line for 2. Another quiet night for Aaron. He has 9. One more for Lean with 44 seconds remaining. Yes. You know, the Dragons, between the women and the men, have missed 2 free throws tonight, and they've shot 40-some.
Wow. Yeah.
Prescott the rebound, he'll get fouled.
Men are 20-21.
21 of 22. The women earlier tonight were 26 of 27. So what's that? 47 of 49. That's getting it done. Therese Van Pelt whistled for the foul. Prescott Williams at the free throw line, shooting 2. And of course a missed free throw.
We're actually talking about it. Well, the women have them on the men's team tonight. Then they got that's their second miss.
Joey James just emptied his bench. They got to ride down to Aberdeen tonight and then take on Northern State tomorrow. That's not a treat down in the Barnett Center.
No, especially after the battle they had tonight here.
Sabaski. That's pretty.
Woo.
And now it's Jordan Reaver. Prescott. And now they're going to foul with 13.6 seconds left to go.
One thing I'm curious about, and I don't know if maybe if you remember, Steve, or if it's Coach James's defensive philosophy, but you know, we were corrected, or at least you were able to correct me, that I had the Olstead stat wrong about him being the leading scorer 2 years ago. Well, he was actually 10th in the conference at 15 a game, but he wasn't even the #1 on their team because Therese Van Pelt was averaging 19 a game that year. But it's kind of interesting that now, 2 years later, Olsted's their leading scorer at 13.8 and Van Pelt at 10.9. So their scoring's come down, you know, as they've gone up 2 years in age and in experience. I wonder if it's if it's Coach James' defensive philosophy or
team philosophy.
Yeah.
Noni Amat misses. Stanley the rebound. 3 seconds left. There's Sabaski again. Lean the rebound. That's going to do it. The Dragons win 94-82. Back with the postgame show after this. You're watching live coverage of MSU Moorhead Dragon men's basketball on WDAY's Extra.
Liddy here with another lesson.
Hi. Do I know you?
Gosh, the girls at Coffee are going to love this selfie. These indoor bikes are so retro.
Yeah, it does get kind of boring.
Well, why don't you try a real bike? And then ladies all over town could get this view.
I'd be getting exercise, parking the car, and getting the girl. Hopefully they don't have gray hair though.
Gray is in, sweetheart.
I've learned my lesson. Join me in taking the iGo Eco Challenge.
Another day. And just like every day, it never seems to slow down. But you have a plan. Grab a cup, grab the paper, and grab a little time. Just for you. It's worth it. Don't get the paper? Just grab the phone. Call now and save up to 60% off the newsstand price. Journalists, bringing the story home every day.
The Travel Lodge and Suites of Fargo Moorhead invites you to experience their award-winning hospitality. Whether you choose a jacuzzi suite, king suite, or standard room, you're sure to experience the comforts of home. Relax by the cozy fireplace, take a dip in the pool, and wake up to a free breakfast including Belgian waffles. For reservations, call toll-free 1-866-263-BEAR. Again, that's 1-866-263-BEAR. The award-winning Travel Lodge and Suites of Moorhead. Also check out their website, www.travellodge-moorhead.com.
Mr. Goldman loved his family a lot, didn't he, Dad?
He sure did.
That's why he had State Farm life insurance, like you. So his family never has to worry, right?
Mr. Goldman didn't have life insurance.
Why not?
He was just a goldfish.
Ignore him.
Call State Farm agent David Eggers in Moorhead today so your family won't have to worry about whether you have life insurance.
We put the life back in life insurance.
The crowd files out tonight because happily because the Dragons win here tonight, 94-82, the number 7 team in the country. They were tested tonight, Scott, but they were the better team.
Yeah, and we were kind of worried there in the second half when Concordia went on a little bit of a run, because were they thinking too much about, what the first half entailed, Jordan Reaver and the scoring and the records and whatnot? And I don't know. I don't think that's what let Concordia St. Paul back in the game. They're just a good defensive team and a good team in general. So Dragons had their hands full tonight.
Sabaski there for Concordia St. Paul. They just wouldn't go away. The moral of this story was too much Jordan Reaver in the first half. Here's Tyler Vaughn hitting a 3. That was a big bucket after Concordia St. Paul was on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier in the second half when Jordan wasn't getting space to who's going to step up. Tyler made that one, and then Isaac Steveley had a nice night, a couple assists from Jordan Reaver, the huge dunk we just saw, and then Aaron Lean even hit a 3. Or he did have a 3, not right there, but nice rebound for Steveley and a nice putback. Steveley with a nice night again, 23 points, and there the players going and thanking the football players after the game for all their energy they came with, all the chanting and cheering they did. That's nice to see that.
I love seeing that. Joe Schwer, Liz, everybody, our entire crew. Great shot, great final highlight tonight, because this crowd was a part of this victory tonight. The Dragons shoot 48%, so does Concordia St. Paul. The Dragons were just unconscious from three-point range, especially Jordan Reaver. He finishes with 37 points, 10 of 18 from the floor, 9 of 12 from long range. The Dragons did hit their free throws tonight. They did commit 10 turnovers, which is not a whole heck of a lot, but for the team that leads the country in fewest turnovers per game, 10 is a lot.
Yeah, we usually see them down in the single digits, so coaches aren't going to be too happy seeing that 10 mark. But biggest thing is they got the win. They held on. They had a lot of adversity, getting that 19-point lead cut down to 3 at one point, but they made their own run, got it back into double digits, and were able to hold on.
We're planning on interviewing Jordan Reaver live, but for right now, you're going to have to settle for Jordan Reaver on tape. Here's our Moorhead Public Service electrifying play of the game. And I don't know how you can pick just one. Just sit back and enjoy and tolerate while I read this. The Jordan Reaver first half was our Moorhead Public Service electrifying plays of the game, presented by MPS, who reminds you that appliances and home electronics account for about 20% of your energy bill. Consider updating these items by shopping for Energy Star qualified appliances and electronics, and turn them off when they're not in use. For more energy saving tips, log on to brightenergysolutions.com. Saving energy, saving money. Scott Swanson, this is a huge decision. I wonder who the Forum newsmaker of the game is going to be.
Let me think about that one.
10 of 18 from the floor.
I guess I could say Jordan Reaver.
9 of 12 from downtown, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Here's his line: 37 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Of course, Jordan Reaver is your newsmaker of the game. Call 241-5445 today to get the Forum of Fargo Moorhead delivered tomorrow. We delivered Jordan Reaver after this commercial timeout. You're watching the Dragons live on WDAY's Extra. Philly, you gonna say hi to me?
In the more than 60 years that WDAY has been broadcasting, we've been there with you, sharing your experiences, your community, and your home. Now, with WDAY's Extra, we're going beyond to bring you additional news, weather, sports, and other local events, live and in high definition. WDAY's Extra is a channel that's giving you more coverage while providing the same superior quality that you expect. Check your local listings or contact your cable provider for WDAY's Extra, bringing you more.
As advertised, here's our Forum newsmaker of the game. When did you know that you were feeling it like tonight?
I don't know. I was kind of frustrated early in the game. I had a couple good looks and I missed them, but coaches keep telling me to shoot it. Never gonna get mad at me for shooting it. And hit 2 in a row, and then I just told myself I'm just gonna keep shooting until I miss, and so I did, and it worked out well.
When do you think about it? I'm exaggerating, but it appears as if once you cross midcourt, anything's open game. I mean, what is your range?
I was in rhythm, and anytime a shooter's in rhythm, you just feel like you can shoot it from anywhere in the gym. So it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. It's hard to explain. But I got to credit my teammates too. They kept finding me, and that was huge. And I just stayed hot. I never felt like that in my life.
What Scott and I really liked about your performance tonight is there were a couple opportunities when you could have taken the ball to the rack, but then you see Isaac Sievely by himself, and of course you're a team guy first. And if I got a 6'9" underneath, wide open, I'm giving the ball to him as well.
For sure. And Isaac's probably, I don't know, I think he's one of the most improved players in the league.
Absolutely.
He's been just playing outstanding, and even Herb off the bench. I know, to me, I think we got 2 starting 5-man, and it's huge to have that in this league, especially. But right now, I mean, who wouldn't want to throw the ball down to Isaac? I mean, automatic down there. So.
Jordan Reaver, Staples, Minnesota native, 37 points tonight here in the Dragons' 12-point victory over Concordia St. Paul. And there was a lot of crosstalk. I don't know if you're aware of records. You tied the Dragon record with 9 3-pointers in a game, and all that's wonderful, but there was still a game to win tonight. That Concordia St. Paul team were really good tonight.
No, they're easily one of the top 5-6 teams in the league by far. And, they gave us challenges. They're long, they're athletic, and we didn't rebound very well tonight. We'll have to shore that up tomorrow because we play another good team tomorrow night in Mankato.
It was really neat to see that your team didn't. That was my key to a Dragon victory. Like, I know anything, but not look ahead, because if you look ahead, you lose tonight.
For sure, and that's with anyone in the league. And you know that. You've been doing this forever. So, I mean, anyone you play, if you don't come to play, you can get beat in this league. And, it's a great group of guys. It's a fun team to play with.
It was my privilege to watch this performance tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jordan Reaver joining us. Now we'll bring in assistant coach Justin Wick. And I asked Jordan Peterson at halftime, and I guess selfishly, we all wanted more Justin Reaver, and Concordia St. Paul just flat out shut him down in the second half.
Well, I agree. First of all, that was fantastic. I've never seen anything like that. I've only coached about 10 years now, but that was something special. Seems like the shots kept getting deeper and deeper and harder, and he was in some sort of zone. So he's a guy that works hourlessly on his craft. You almost got to kick him out of the gym sometimes. He'll talk about basketball. We talk about Steph Curry and Jimmy Fredette and all these guys all the time. And he's a guy that put on one of those shows tonight, especially in the first half.
But this Concordia St. Paul team wouldn't go away.
No,
I mean, Mankato's here tomorrow night. Yeah. Well, Concordia St. Paul beat them. I don't know anything about this league. But well, it's just great basketball here in this league.
Yeah, they're good. They've got really athletic players. They've got good shooters. They got big guys. They're whatever. They are 14-6 or whatever the record is, So they've lost. Their games they've lost have been to really good teams. I thought they played really well. They kept coming at us. It's hard to survive when a guy goes nuts like that. That doesn't happen very often. You might see that once every 4 or 5 years. A guy does that in the first half. We knew they'd come back at us a little bit. He's not going to make 8 threes probably again in the second half. So they kept coming at us. I thought there was a point where they came at us pretty good. Thought our guys did a good job of regrouping, getting back to what we do. Hit Isaac a lot, rolling to the rim, because they really started almost trapping Reaver coming off ball screens and handoffs. So some other stuff opened up for some other guys. Tyler hit a couple big threes. Isaac had a lot of finishes at the rim. So good team effort. We expected a war tonight. I know a lot of people talk about tomorrow night, which is, they're just as good. But we knew tonight was going to be extremely difficult, especially with our ranking and our record. We're going to get their best shot. They're not going to come in here and not play hard. So we're going to get their best shot, and I think we got it tonight. Luckily, you know, we had Reaver on our side tonight.
Justin Wick, as always, is our post-game guest. His team wins at, what, 94-82 over Concordia St. Paul. And I'm right standing over there, my broadcast partner. He might be on the all Isaac Seedley publicity team because lost in this performance by Reaver was what Isaac Seedley did tonight. And you're right, Vaughn, Evan Holt in the first half when Concordia St. Paul was making a run. Total team effort.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about it ad nauseum probably. I mean, we've got 10 guys we really believe in. You know, Evan's a guy that we talked has been playing well in practice, make shots every day. We need to get him more minutes. It's hard because we've got other good players. But he did a great job coming in, made a big three. He did fine defensively. I think everybody, rightfully so, get overshadowed tonight because, you know, I can't say enough. It was one of the more special performances I've seen. And I've been, you know, a bunch of different levels. You know, it's not the same, but it's similar when you see a guy score 30 in a quarter, like in the NBA. I mean, that was the same thing. He just kept making shots deeper and deeper, harder and harder, step-back shots, turnaround threes. I mean, that stuff doesn't happen every day. So I think, you know, a lot of guys did a great job, especially second half. But I think, you know, all the credit in the world goes to that kid because he's a special kid, special leader. He might mess around and have 15 assists tomorrow night. You know, he's a guy that's going to take what comes. Obviously, as you make a couple threes, you get that heat check going a little bit, and it just, you know, it never stops. So to his credit, he's a heck of a basketball player, heck of a leader, heck of a representative for our program, our university. So happy for him with a great crowd. We had a great crowd tonight. Hopefully we have a bigger one tomorrow. If you're watching on TV, hopefully you come to the game tomorrow night to watch us.
Real quickly, the last highlight that we had here, and I'm sure you couldn't see it, was your team coming over and saluting the football team, basically, who was wearing scantily clad clothes and all that fun stuff. And it was just really neat to see because, I mean, he played football here. I just went through the Mass Comm program 80 years ago, but it's just really neat to see that these guys are they're just guys. They're just 21-year-olds.
A lot of guys get along. I know some of our guys live with some of the football players. Travis Anderson, our weight coach, had a big part in it as far as getting all of the football guys rallied together. They've been talking about it since about Tuesday, Wednesday. You could feel they got more and more excited about it. So, you know, it's awesome that we put on the kind of show, especially the first half that we did. You know, hopefully we get those guys back. We get a couple more back, or, you know, a couple more added on tomorrow night because, you know, I don't want to say they're better than Concordia because Concordia beat them, but they're going to be just as good. I think I heard they lost, so they're coming off a loss. So, you know, they're going to give us everything. And as I feel like a broken record, but as you keep winning, as you keep getting ranked higher and higher, you get everybody's best shot. And Mankato's best shot is going to be really, really good. So we need to be able to match that, hopefully.
Congratulations for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks, Steve.
Dragon assistant coach Justin Wick joining us. His Dragons win here tonight. So let's bring in Scott Swanson one more time. Your final thoughts on this performance, not just Jordan Reavers, but the Dragons.
Well, another night where they surprised me. Now obviously Jordan Reavers surprising in the first half. We've seen him score in bunches. We've seen him make shots from everywhere. So obviously surprised a little bit with him in the first half how unconscious he was. But to rally in the second half, you know, they weren't down, I guess, so you don't have to rally in that terms. But to be up 19 and to let Concordia cut it down to 3, and they had all the momentum for the Dragons just to say, hey, you know, no need to rush, no need to be pressured here. Let's just play our game, get some good possessions, and see if we can build this lead back up, and that's what they did.
Let's take a look one more time at the NSIC scores. Justin Wick knew this before we did. Minnesota State Mankato, yeah, they're going to be an angry bunch of Mavericks. They lose tonight in Aberdeen, 73-72. No contest in Bismarck. Augustana wins again, 89-55 over the University of Mary. And up in Minot State beats Wayne, 76-60. Games down in the Southland. St. Cloud State wins. Southwest Minnesota State has now lost, 8 in a row?
Yep.
Minnesota Duluth hangs on, beats the University of Sioux Falls 74-70. Upper Iowa beats Minnesota Crookston. Dan Weiss is in the midst of a losing streak. And Winona State 75, Bemidji State 68. The Dragons are in first place. It's been really a wonderful night here in Moorhead.
Yeah, it's been fun, and ready for another crazy one tomorrow night. Mankato coming in. They have a solid men's and women's program, and their women, I think, are getting votes in the top 25, and the men came into the weekend ranked 18th, and then they go and lose down in Aberdeen tonight, so they're going to come in fired up. They don't want to get swept on the road.
You have fun with monster trucks tomorrow night. John Webking will join me. Our next telecast is tomorrow afternoon, 3:45 pregame report, 4 o'clock opening tip-off, the Dragon women and Minnesota State Mankato, and then it'll be showdown Saturday. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, 2 nationally ranked teams, Minnesota State Mankato and the number 7 Dragons. The producer of Dragons Live in this telecast has been John Webking. Our director, Joe Schwer. For Scott Swanson and the entire Dragons Live crew, Steve DeStacio saying so long from Moorhead. Once again, your final scores on the women's side, the Dragons 63, Concordia St. Paul 51. And on the men's side, the men are now 23-1. They beat Concordia St. Paul 94-82. Good night.
Today's game was brought to you by the following corporate sponsors: The Courtyard by Marriott, the Forum of Fargo-Moorhead, Valley Imports, Matt Buss, WDAY's Extra, Richards Transportation, the MSUM Bookstore, Sanford Health, Gate City Bank, Mid-Continent Communications, Valley Pre-Owned, Moorhead Public Service, State Farm Agent David Eggers, Travelodge, Promotional Solutions, Shucks Bus Service, and Minnesota